Sands is a proud sponsor of the Long Island Tea Podcast.
With incomparable luxury, Sands leaves nothing to the imagination. To learn more, visit sandsnewyork.com.
We are the Long Island Tea, where we spill the tea.
It's true. We're from Long Island, so we say, how you doing? How you doing?
How you doing?
We're in the middle of the vines.
Yes.
Because it's Memorial Weekend. So
It's
there's
kickoff. We're here. It's summertime. Long Island wine of the week.
I'm thankful for our hot teas.
Yes. That's like such a Long Island thing.
We're just talking about real life.
Right.
That's what we do. Welcome back to Long Island Tea, where we spill the tea on all things Long Island life. I'm Kristen.
And I'm Sharon. Welcome back.
Thank you. I'm feisty today, Sharon.
Oh, salty. Salty.
I don't know if
like
it's salty or feisty, but I feel like I have a lot to unpack today, as do you.
Let's do it. Let's unpack.
So I'm so happy to be back. I missed you.
I missed you too. It's never the same.
Oh, that's sweet.
I love Alyssa. I love when she fills in. She's amazing.
It was great. I have to say, I feel like a voyeur. I love listening to the pod when I'm not on it.
Opposite. Like Alyssa and I were talking, like she edits it, so she listens to it like 45 times. So she's like, I never just listen to it when it's live. And I'm like, I cringe when I host. Like I listen and I'm like, oh, what?
I love it. I really look forward to listening to you and Alyssa, and it was great to hear Justine. I love listening to the whole team.
That's cute.
Because I get to feel like a listener.
You're
like
hot tea.
yeah, it's great. But I miss when I'm not on it. So we're at an iconic destination today.
Oh my gosh.
It's really kind of surreal that we're here, and it's just really bizarre, but we're at the incredible Oheka Castle.
Isn't it incredible? I mean,
It's
unbelievable.
mind-blowing, and we're still like discovering all these little alcoves, and we'll tell you all about it. But we got to start every episode by saying, how you doing?
How you doing?
Yeah, I took it 2.5 years, but I think I finally got it.
You got it.
And
too funny.
I'm doing great because I'm at Oheka Castle.
I know, it's beautiful. Literally walked in like we're in the bridal suite, right?
This room, I've been here many times to Oheka, and I have never seen this room.
I know, it is stunning.
And I don't even know. It's almost like so grandiose and so incredible that I don't even know if I could take it.
Right. Like you can't sit here. You don't know where to look. And the history here. It's just incredible.
Also huge.
Huge. I'm talking huge. I mean, well, I was just going to say, I walked in and Michael had to open the door because we're in the bridal suite, and literally he opened the door and like the wind just blew, and I'm like, I'm here.
Oh, I know. You're wearing this beautiful, like, what is this?
Like,
this is new. Is this new?
No, this is like my birthday costume.
Costume?
Dan's birthday's today, so like I wore this on my birthday.
Right, it's Dan's birthday.
Yeah, so I'm like, we all dressed up for you. I wore pink.
Oh, and you're wearing this like flowy, beautiful kind of cape thing. And the door opened. You said the wind caught you, and you were like Stevie Nicks.
Yes, 100%. Michael's like, well, hello.
And it's incredible. Like we're up here in Oheka Castle. Which first of all, you can't even drive in here. Like did you videotape the drive?
No, I didn't.
I always wanted just the moment you come and they can see you, like the security guard comes and like everybody knows you come here with a purpose.
Yep. And when you pull in, they announce you.
Who are you?
Yeah. What are you doing here?
Yeah.
I'm like, hi.
Who are you? You don't just come. You don't pop in.
No.
To the Oheka Castle. Okay. You got a reservation.
Mm-hmm.
They know who you are.
Yes.
And that's great because you come in and they know you, the security, and you drive through this incredible entryway. And it makes you want to videotape. Bree
will be on it.
Did you videotape it? Video's like,
sure
Bree's like, yep.
Yeah, I did.
She videotaped the entrance. No influencer can. And Michael, you too. Michael's like, of course, driving in. It's not safe, but how do you not videotape it?
Exactly. Because when you pull in, I mean, even the houses that surround this place, I'm like,
the
landscapers that were. I'm like, wow.
The golfers.
The golf course, everything is just stunning.
And then you come in, and then you came into this room, which is like the bridal suite room.
Mm-hmm.
And like you said, you open the door, and then you have to like go down a staircase around everything. And then we're in this like beautiful giant living room with a giant balcony facing both directions.
Gorgeous.
And then you go down the hallway. There's the bedroom. Like
I didn't even check that out
Oh
yet.
my God. And then we were telling Chris, there's like this beautiful drapery that's being sucked in by the wind. And we're like, what's that? It's a hallway. He's like, it's an elevator.
Yes. What? He's like, I look down, I see the elevator shaft. Can you imagine? I don't know where that elevator goes, but
there's a lot of history here.
It's amazing.
We're going to get into it, but we're in the how you doing phase first of all. So
how are you doing? How are you doing? Look at me.
How you doing?
You got Kenzie home.
I did. I went to Arizona and I moved Kenzie out of her dorm. And I kind of insisted that it was a girls' week. I really wanted it to be me and Kenzie and Tegan going back to see our family. And so I was very like, no Thomas. And I was very limited on even the amount of people that I saw and even family that I saw.
I'm sure it's so hard for you. Like you have a ton of friends.
It's hard, you know, when everybody lives there and everybody's like, you're moving out of our dorms. Do you need help? Do you need this? I'm like, no,
I got this.
I got it.
Yeah.
And remember I was complaining about how it wasn't going to be too hot? Let me tell you, girl. If it would have been any hotter, I would have just melted like the Wicked Witch of the West.
Yeah.
I was so angry. And it was 80. Like,
because it makes 82. You moody.
My God. Things you forget when you don't live in Arizona.
Okay.
So when you get out of your car, closing your sunroof. And I don't mean your sunroof, but I mean like the sunroof cover.
Oh, yeah. To like block the sun.
Because you get in 3rd-degree burns on your thighs.
Yeah, because you're wearing shorts.
80s. Yeah. I mean, the week before I got there, it was in the hundreds. Oh my God!
Did you guys go in the pool?
I did. I did.
Pool weather, right?
But it's so funny. I sent Tegan this TikTok because there's this TikTok and it's a Long Island TikTok, which is hilarious. And it's like, the people, and they're like, "Oh, it's finally summer." Yeah. We're getting outside. We can drink our coffee.
Yeah.
And they're like, yes. Coffee. And it goes out, and it's the guy and the girl, and they're like out, and they're like, oh, and they sit out there, and they're like squinting, and they're like for 3 minutes, like, it's too hot. I'm going inside. Yeah. And it was hysterical. Literally, that was Tegan. Tegan was the whole time like, I'm not leaving Arizona without a tan. I'm getting a tan, the whole thing. And then she goes to get outside, and it's 8 a.m. 8 o'clock in the morning because we're still on East Coast time.
Yeah.
And we're sitting outside by the pool, and it was lovely. There's like this like fountain, and it was beautiful, beautiful poolside place that we got. And she goes out there, she's like, I'm hot. I'm going inside.
Can't even handle it.
I'm like, it's 8 a.m.
Oh my gosh. What are you going to do, girl?
She did not come back with a tan. No, but I was in the pool for a minute, and people were like, Mom, you should get out of the pool. Why? You're getting burned.
Were you?
Yeah. Huh. I was. And I had sunscreen on. We're New Yorkers now.
Right.
So we're those people. They're like, we got this.
Yeah.
And then you're immediately
It's like literally, like I go to Florida, whatever. I went to Florida one year, and I was like bent on getting a tan.
Yeah.
I was purple.
Yeah, gross.
It's
called like sun poisoning.
Yeah, exactly. And I was like, probably should have thought that through.
I know. So we went in the pool a couple times, but we immediately felt like we were getting burned. So we did not go in the pool that much. But
move out was good though.
Thank God it wasn't too hot, because let me tell you what I did not anticipate is, so Kenzie was like, I'm pretty much moved out. When we got there, I've got everything pretty much packed up.
And she's very mature.
Good.
So
yeah.
she's
got
she's
it.
Good. Yeah.
So, and we had like 3 suitcases of stuff. Cool. So Tegan and I go to her room. Nope. Looks like she still lives there.
Oh God.
Her bed's still there.
Okay.
There's like half drank sodas everywhere and like bowls with forks.
Cereal.
I'm like, you still live here 100%. I don't know what is happening. And she's like, everything's packed. You're right. And I'm like, Tegan's like, nope. She still lives there. Tegan was like fully team mom on this one. And so we went, and it's just a big campus.
Yeah.
So we went and got bins at Target, the whole thing. Moving in is one thing. You get there, they have the bins, they all move you in.
Yeah.
Everything shows up.
Stuff.
Great.
Yeah.
Moving out,
they're like,
you're on your own.
You got this.
And I'm like, Tegan and Kenzie and I, the 3 of us, no help
in
because
90-degree
we insisted
weather.
on no help. We're carrying these down 5 floors. I mean, there was an elevator, so down 5 floors, across campus, through gates. And we're parking with the hazards on the street, like trying to load up our rental car.
Did you have a big enough car?
We got a decent sized car. We had to make 2 runs, thank God. But our arms were like shaking. We were sweating.
Got your workout.
I was like, and then, I got kind of Kenzie's point because we're like packing things up and leaving. And I'm going by some of it's a co-ed dorm.
Okay.
I'm going by some of the boys' rooms as we're leaving. And I'm like, just Cheetos, just stuff everywhere. I'm like, this place is trash. Because they make you clean it. You're
I was going to say,
Windex.
do they wind up getting
you got
like
a
cleaning
Clorox?
company?
No,
you
we got to clean it or you get it. Like, it's basically an apartment. You get deposit. So we were cleaning the mirrors. We were cleaning the bathrooms. You get a Clorox for. I don't know what happened with these boys are getting fined. For sure, because I was like, wow,
Shut the door.
This is the last day and
the
they've
door.
got work to do. So anyway, but it was great. We got her out and we had a good time. And it was like it was nice just being the girls and I because, and we were very, like I say, very limited. So there was a couple nights where we just like stayed home by ourselves and watched movies.
Yeah.
And
you knew you had a lot to do and stuff like that.
yeah, but we weren't going 100 miles per hour trying to cram in everything and drive all over.
That's relaxing then.
Yeah, it was nice.
Good.
Okay, so the other thing I did though when I was there, as I was going to tell you, so I did a couple media interviews while I was there, right? And because we did our Arizona campaign, but we didn't go in as a company as an activation
like we
this year.
normally do. Yeah.
So I was like, well, I'm going to be there
On
for
my
vacation. So I'll just work in a couple of the interviews. And so the girls came with me. It was really fun. So
Goes back to C-suite, right?
Oh yes.
See?
You're right.
Told you.
And it was really great. We did ABC 15 first, and I loved them and Snoring Living Live. And they were like, people have no idea about Long Island there.
Right.
The question I got was, oh my gosh, you live near the Hamptons. That's so exciting. How far is that from like Nantucket and Martha's Vineyard?
Yeah, Cape Cod. Everybody
And I'm
thinks
like,
that.
different state.
It's crazy.
I don't exactly know the answer to that question. But it's a decent. I mean, you can't fault them. But they were like, we want to come there. We told them Great Gatsby mansions, like here, golf. They were like, oh my god, literally, they were taking my number. Like,
wow.
All the media people were like,
with like,
we literally want to come.
Oh my
And I'm like,
gosh.
it's so great. They're like, we're sold. We want to come.
Yeah, that's
and then
amazing.
we went to News 12, which is their NBC affiliate in downtown. And they're like, they put the mic on your back and the wires and they drop it down. And so you'll see it if you watch the interview.
Okay.
I'm doing the middle of the interview and it was like midday, their midday show. And I have, again, I'm not an Arizonan. This is how you know I'm a Long Islander now. I'm not an Arizonan because I am terrified of scorpions. And I never used to be. I lived there for 20 plus years and I was never worried about scorpions. But now that I don't live there anymore,
you're petrified.
My suitcase is on the shelf in the closet.
God.
Nothing is on the ground.
All
I'm
right.
very careful.
Yep.
And here I am in the middle of the interview and I feel something biting me. I feel something pinching me. And you can see it. I'm like fidgeting the whole time with my dress as I'm talking.
Oh my gosh.
And Kenzie's like, I almost texted you, like, stop fidgeting. And I'm like, literally something stinging me.
Oh
There's a
my
scorpion
gosh.
in my dress.
Oh my
And
god.
so we finished.
God.
We
I
finished
have, like,
the
the
interview.
chills.
I know. We finished the interview and I'm talking to the host and I'm like, I swear I felt like something was pinching me. I think there was a scorpion in my dress.
Oh my gosh.
And she's like, I think you would know if there was a scorpion in your dress. And I'm like, I felt so stupid. Like I haven't lived
Right.
there.
Oh
I
my
feel like a
God.
total foreigner.
That's so funny.
And I'm like, no. And so then they took the mic off of me and their wires and they took it off. And then I was telling the girls and we're walking outside in full downtown Phoenix. Okay. Very packed area.
Yes.
And I'm like, no, I felt something drop. And I'm like, I swear to God, there's something in my dress. So I fully unzip. It's a side zip.
You're like taking your dress off on like Main Street.
like Central Avenue. And my whole,
Oh my God.
and I'm like doing this
Shimmy.
dance. And Tegan's like, what are you
She's
doing?
like this, Mom.
You're getting naked
Stop
in
it.
downtown Phoenix. And I'm like, there's
You were
something.
just on the news.
I'm like, there is something in my dress.
Oh my God.
And I'm freaking out. And she's like, they're zipping my dress. They're like zipping they're like, get control of yourself. So then we go to a restaurant and I go to the bathroom and I'm like, oh my God, I just use the bathroom. I'm like, clearly I'm crazy. And I right before I go to flush, I look down, there's something in the toilet.
What was it?
It was like a black flying ant.
Okay.
It was like a black ant with wings. But it was in my dress biting me the entire interview. And I'm like, it must have been on the wires that they put
so that it
when they
felt like-
clipped it to the back of my dress and dropped it down. I'm like, I told you there was something
Oh my
biting me
gosh.
the entire time. It was It's true. It wasn't a scorpion. You would know if you were being stung by a scorpion.
Yeah, I'm sure. But like,
I was literally stripping in downtown Phoenix. I'm like, help me.
and your girls are like literally dressing you back
they're
up.
like,
And they're
just
like,
deal with
stop it.
You're crazy.
You're crazy. I would have
Anyway.
been like, let's go.
I was getting bit and I felt
Oh,
something
God.
fall. And so anyway, so I wasn't totally crazy, but I was crazy.
Right.
So anyway, it was a
Flying
great
ants.
trip. It was a great trip. We got her home and it was fine. And I was very, very glad to be home because it was a beautiful weekend here.
Yeah, it was.
And you just come back here and you realize it's so green.
And so pretty.
And it's this, I have to say, it's pre-summer, ideal time.
Oh, yeah. Ideal time. I just came from Muffins with Mom for Everly at her pre-K. And all the moms are like, one of them was like, I'm leaving here and going to Montauk. And the other one's like, I'm actually going out to the Allegria this weekend. like talking, all their plans. And I'm like, so another mom was like, I wish I can go to Montauk, but I can't afford the price, like it's crazy in the summer. And I'm like, now's the time. Go now. It's amazing.
Well, I was not checking in. I was coming in here and there was a carload of women, multi-generational women, you could tell, grandma, mom, and daughters. And they were unloading and they were like, Mother's Day weekend.
Oh, so cute.
I'm like, how perfect
Amazing.
to come to Oheka Castle for Mother's Day or wherever, Allegria or Montauk for Mother's Day weekend. Also a perfect place to go, not only on Mother's Day, but anytime, any day of the week that it's open is Del Vino.
Yes.
And we are drinking our favorite Del Vino wine of the week.
We love Del Vino.
I love it. Somebody was just telling me, they were like, I went to Del Vino, I met with Fred, and he's so incredible. His hospitality.
He is.
And his wife.
Oh my gosh.
And
They
his
are
whole team.
literally
And
his
the
whole
chef.
team. You know what? So we went to the LIHA, the Long Island Hospitality Association Taste and Savor event. Sip and Savor. And they were there. And I think his name was Justin. I don't remember.
The chef?
Not the chef. The other.
Oh, his manager.
Yeah. He was there pouring Del Vino. And I was like, oh, hi, how are you? He was like, hey.
Oh my God, I love them.
I know. They're so cool.
First of all, it's about this. It's like this. It's a beautiful mansion in the middle of this residential neighborhood, and it just comes out of nowhere, and it's so gorgeous.
And you feel like you're in a different world when you're there.
And I love them. They're so fun.
They're so cool. So Del Vino Ventola. It's a light yellow colored, a bit fruity, and after a while fresh. In the nose, a smell of honey and minerals in a medium balance with minerals. In the foreground, a taste of citrus and gooseberry.
I love it.
What's gooseberry?
Oh, gooseberry is a really great. It's a fruit, and it looks like a yellow fruit, and it's got like little leaves on it.
Oh.
And the only reason I know that is because we used to do gooseberry stuff in my like 5-star, 5-diamond restaurant that I worked at my resort. We did a lot of like I think it's a very almost like tart but bitter fruit, but it's a tiny little berry, but it brings a lot of flavor.
I love it.
Yeah.
So this is delicious.
But honestly, go to Del Vino because you know what's back? The frosé.
Oh. And they have that delicious.
Michael is like dying.
We're going. The delicious cauliflower pizza with the prosciutto. Oh my God.
Everything.
So
It's such a vibe there and you hang out. I just love it.
and if you want to see Intel on Del Vino, look on our YouTube
Oh, yes.
for the Long Island locals.
Yes. We just, that's a great little secret pro tip, Sharon, because we just, on our Discover Long Island NY YouTube channel, we just launched our Where You Belong Long Island Locals testimonials, featuring, one of them is featuring Fred from Del Vino. And you get to see him and his wife and their team and the chef and the grounds, as well as the Sagar Indian restaurant and my local bagel place that took the bagels to Kenzie, David from Bagel Express. And you get to see how and why Long Island bagels are special and different.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
DJ Chef,
our
Chef, man, he's awesome.
He like the title is DJ Chef Brings the Party.
He does.
And I'm like, he is
and you have to like watch the whole video until the last 10 seconds because
but you got to watch all the videos till the end because there's some little surprises at the end. And Kara, our chalk artist who did our wings, and which one am I forgetting? Which one?
RGNY.
RGNY.
Yes.
Oh my God, the Mexico City.
Oh my gosh.
Culture of the wines. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, I just kicked you. No, this is great. Like I love these videos, and we're already talking about filming our new series.
I can't wait. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, so you got to go to our YouTube page, and you're going to get to like start to meet all these Long Island locals that we talk about all the time.
So cool.
I love it. So wine of the week, thank you to Vino Vineyards and Long Island Wine Country. And again, another great meeting with them this week. We're really just like gung-ho with their August event for 50th anniversary.
Yes,
liwines.com. And or you can go to discoverlongisland.com and look at the wines. And we have all the information there, and we link to them. So make sure you're looking at that. Real quick, YouTube. We talked about YouTube doing that. And then also, before I forget, next week, we're going to be unveiling. Remember I talked about before I left travel stories?
Yes, I know.
And like,
we have some people who kind of like reached out to us, which is awesome.
We've got some. I was like, reach out to us with your worst, earlier, craziest travel stories. And I can't tell you how many people were like, oh my God, I've got some for you. Many. I'm like, yeah. So, and now we have the voicemail.
Right. So if you go to our Instagram, you can just press contact, but make sure that you press extension 400 because that's the actual voicemail.
Extension 400. We already got a voicemail last night, which was making us all cry laughing today.
Oh my gosh.
But so make sure you go to either DM us and you can write us. We've got some in writing, or you can leave us a voicemail and we'll play it with your craziest travel stories. And listen, it's the travel season.
Right.
So we're going to be talking about them next week. So if you hear this, make sure you get them in.
And this week is National Tourism.
Yeah, it's National Tourism
Week, right?
Yeah. So we had our big event last night with the HIALI.
Oh, that was so cool. It was at 110 in Melville.
It was amazing.
Oh my gosh. The amount of people that showed up to that was incredible.
So I have not yet had dinner there. I've been to many events there. I can't
wait to go there and have dinner.
They do this thing there, which I literally want to go there just to do. And they hollow out the Parmesan cheese wheel.
What?
Like the giant wheel of Parmesan cheese. They hollow out the middle. And they do this tableside presentation. This is the Scotto brothers, and they're on our board.
Oh my gosh.
And they light the fire underneath, and they cook your fettuccine pasta.
What?
In the Parmesan wheel with the truffle sauce.
I cannot.
At your table.
Imagine.
No, I would be like, oh.
Like Speaking you are right now.
I know. Speaking of, I just came from lunch at my favorite place in Vino. And I was at a lunch meeting, and I don't know what, I'm dumb. Because I don't understand Italian, lingo.
Well, not only that, but they're telling you in Italian. Like
they literally
that sounds delicious.
Speak to you in Italian and Italian accents and Italian language. And although Chris was like, no, that's normal. Like, you should know that. So they said, like, I always usually get a Caesar salad there with like shrimp or whatever as my entree. And they were like, okay, the special today, the appetizer is a Caesar salad with soft shell crab. And I'm like, oh, that sounds lovely. And I'm thinking like crab meat.
Right.
Nope. Full crab. Full, enormous, larger than my salad comes.
Larger than life.
Taking like literally gripping the bowl.
Oh God. God.
Comes out. And that's my appetizer.
That's an appetizer. You showed me the picture. I
took a picture of it because I couldn't take it.
I mean,
and I'm like,
as an appetizer.
Whoa.
You don't even know what to do with that.
What do I do
like,
here?
So it encompasses so much because you're at a lunch meeting and you're having the appetizer salad, right? So you're like, you're a lady. But then they bring this.
Bree's dying. She can't take it. She's
soft shell crab the size of your head.
Literally it's like gripping the sides of the bowl. It's enormous.
I cannot.
And I was like stunned.
Yeah. Because then now what?
And then I looked at the guys all know me there.
And they normally
so sweet.
Bring like a little fork.
And they know
that,
me.
Right?
Yeah. They're like, I get a Caesar salad with shrimp.
Right. And
every
they
time.
should have said.
And I usually skip, like, I might get some asparagus. So I was stunned. And they were like, in their Italian accent, it's very light. It's very light.
Yeah. It's
light.
like fried and battered, right?
It's very light. I'm like, it's light.
This is a whole crab.
I got here, I'm like, oh, Sharon. It's like, I'm like scarred.
No,
and guess what?
The best part is.
Yeah, it's in my car.
It's in your car.
Right
and
now.
It's 80 degrees outside.
Michael's dying.
And you're going
I
somewhere
ate a
tonight.
third of it. And we're going to Ross Matthews tonight
And
down
you
the street.
And I'm like, just throw the crap
The
out.
Ross Matthews, I got you, girl. I'm so excited. We're
gosh.
going, and Forrest and Bree and Michael are going, and Thomas and Kenzie and her gay bestie Andrew were coming, and the Fleischmans. We're like a whole squad. We're squatting up at Ross Matthews.
Paramount.
I got you, girl. And like Teresa Caputo's going to be
I
there.
know. I'm so jealous.
Oh my God. So last night, all the teenagers, they live at my house. I don't know why they don't go to anyone else's house.
Well, because you're
now,
the fun house.
I used to like it. And
now
now
you're
I'm like,
well, you haven't had Kenzie here for.
go somewhere else's
so
house.
You have somewhere else to be?
Like you guys. And so they were screaming the night before. And I was like, you guys, last night, I'm like, I got to get up early. I have no screaming. And her friends, Isabel and Andrew, Isabel's like, well, Andrew was spanking me and I don't know. And I can't. And I'm like, I'm going to spank you. I'm going to come. If I have to listen.
Come down these stairs.
I'm like, if I have to come down.
Mm-hmm.
And they were just being crazy. And I was like, Andrew was like, no, Ross Matthews, what is this show? And I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, Teresa Caputo's going to be there. And Kenzie goes, Teresa Caputo's going to be there. And he's like, who's that? And she's like, the Long Island medium. And they're all like, what?
I wonder how she does that. Like, again, like we were asking Christiana, like she shows up to like restaurants or wherever and she's got to shut it off and she can't. Like Teresa Caputo's like, big deal.
She's a big deal. When I said the Long Island medium was going to be at Ross Matthews' show, if you could have felt the electricity of my living room of all these teenagers, they were like, it was Elvis.
Yeah. Yeah.
They were like, we're all coming.
Oh my gosh. I wonder if he's going to like bring her up on stage and stuff.
I don't know, but I think, we'll get to meet her, right, Michael? Don't you think we're in the meet and greet? Michael will meet. By the way, I'm in Arizona and I'm looking at Michael's Instagram with the kids. Michael's hanging out with
Kylie.
the Kardashians in their Met Gala gear.
Yeah. He's like, I love you.
No, like not just like seeing them from afar, but like fully hanging out with them.
Well, you know what Michael does.
He waits until
He
all
waits.
hours of the night.
He knows. It works. He didn't get home until 5 a.m. that time.
Yeah, but
It works.
nobody
Like, he hung out.
gets that. It was amazing. You are iconic, by the way, in Arizona State. Everybody at Arizona State's like, we love Michael. Like maybe the parents' day, like the kids' day, the kids didn't maybe appreciate you as much, but the teenagers adore you.
I love
They
that.
were like, Michael is everything on your
love
team.
him.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
I know.
He is.
I
He
know.
really is.
They were like, we love Michael. What?
Isla loves him too.
Oh, Isla loved you too. Yeah. Yeah. So Michael is like aspirational to them.
He is.
Yeah.
I think that's so cool.
I know. It's great. So we're completely off the rails. Alyssa, you got to keep us on track. So tell us about Oheka, where we are. Sharon.
Okay, so we're at Oheka. The beautiful French-style chateau was and still is today the second largest private residence ever built in America.
Whoa.
Right? Incredible. During the Gilded Age of 1920s, Kahn used the 109,000 square foot, 127 room estate as a summer home where he hosted lavish parties and regularly entertained royalty, heads of state, and Hollywood stars. You could totally see that, right?
Okay. So what people don't understand about Long Island, and this is what I say when I'm back in Arizona talking to the media, is I'm like, Long Island was the inspiration of the Great Gatsby. Like
Yes.
when they say the East Egg, that was here.
Yeah.
Right? We are the East Egg.
Yes.
When they talk about like when
The Gatsby mansions,
yes,
all of that.
when Leo is living his best life, and they talk about Long Island in the show prominently. This is it. It was industry icons, and this is what I'm so excited about. Michael's going to launch a new show soon, Long Island Lifestyles.
I know. I can't wait
where
for that.
we're going to talk about how we've always been the home of these incredible icons, celebrities, parties, lavish lifestyles.
Right.
Did you know that if you go to the library here,
Yes.
where Kenzie got her senior pictures taken here,
Oh,
and they're
I love
amazing.
that.
By the way, if you want to get that done, just get ready to just cha-ching.
Yes.
Okay, this does not come. You can't get. It costs a lot of money to
Right.
do it, but also it's a flex.
Right,
Like it's
right.
to get your pictures taken here, where Taylor Swift filmed her blank
Oh,
space video
yes.
here. But even before that, if you go to the library, you'll see this picture of this guy, and it's the Monopoly guy with the white mustache.
Yeah.
The Monopoly character was actually based off of the owner of Oheka Castle.
Wow.
Yeah, because that's how rich
incredible.
this place was.
Do you know what's so cool?
What?
Monopoly has a Hamptons version.
I know.
And we have it. We have it.
Oh, we have it in-house?
We'll probably do a giveaway.
Are we going to do? I want to buy one of
Yes.
those.
Let's do a giveaway with this.
Okay, speaking of giveaways,
Speaking of giveaways, our friends of the Oheka team are offering our Hot Teas a royal giveaway. Win an overnight weekday stay plus a $50 Oheka coin gift certificate. You just have to follow at Long Island Tea Podcast to see and how to enter to win.
So say what it is again. It's an overnight stay.
It's an overnight stay during
on
the
a week.
Yeah.
Which is, by the way, every weekend is like lavish
I
weddings
think they're
here.
like literally
so just
booked.
forget
Yes,
about it.
forget about it.
But to get here during the week, iconic. And amazing. And a $50 gift card to like spend on property.
Yeah. OHK restaurant here.
The restaurant here is
The bar
awesome.
is
We've
awesome.
eaten here. The bar is amazing. You could just get like a bottle of champagne sent to your room.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever you want to spend. That, can I, just to be able to stay here amongst the stars.
Right. Amongst the
I mean,
stars,
if you look out over here,
right. Speaking
it's
of, like, you have
it's
to
like
watch
Versailles.
this episode
It
on
looks like
YouTube.
Versailles. Okay.
Yes.
It's really amazing.
You feel like you're in a different world.
You got to go to our Long Island Tea Podcast Instagram and follow whatever the rules are. And by the way, Michael put on there like not to follow any kind of bots or any kind of, you know,
it's at Long Island
gives,
Tea Podcast.
Exactly. Make sure it's from at Long Island Tea Podcast. Don't answer anybody else because everyone's going to try to mimic this. But this is a once in a lifetime kind of giveaway that we want to just thank Oheka Castle for doing. It's
and
so
having
amazing.
us here today. It's just so incredible.
I love this place. It is just, it's so beautiful. Okay. So what else are we talking about today, Sharon? So we've got like a lot of Oheka Castle stuff, but honestly,
there's a ton of
events. You've got to come here because it's magical.
It is magical. And honestly, like we keep talking about celebrities and stuff like that, but you can see this Oheka Castle was featured, like you said, at Taylor Swift's Blank Space video. Also like television, motion picture, Citizen Kane. The Emperor's Club, the Great Gatsby documentary, What Happens in Vegas is one of my favorite movies with Ashton Kutcher.
And that was filmed here?
Yeah, it's filmed here.
Oh my God.
And television shows like American Castles, A&E, Bridezilla. So fun.
Yeah. You know what I love though? So, cause you know, I'm a snob.
Mm-hmm.
So what I love about places like this is it's not just about the place. So when you come here, you got to know it's the Frette linens. Okay. And the linens, the Frette linens are like, if you know, you know.
Right.
You know, and Egyptian cotton towels, the molten brown, amenities molten brown is like we just talked about the king's coronation. Anybody in the UK or Europe knows that molten brown is like the upper echelon of all like cosmetic products. This is like the creme de la creme.
Yes, 100%. You know who actually, I was telling this a while ago, Mr. Beast is a YouTuber. And Alyssa knows him because like the kids follow Mr. Beast. And he's an incredible YouTuber. And he filmed the most expensive hotel night stay. And it was here at Oheka,
really?
But because he rented out the entire place.
Oh.
So he rented out the entire mansion, castle, and then he had like entertainment and everything like that. But you could see it on his YouTube channel too, which is cool.
Oh, that's cool. Well, you know, I will tell you that like I know that weddings are every weekend here.
Oh, yeah.
And so many weddings have happened here, like Dancing with the Stars and all these amazing celebrities. Elisa DiStefano got married here.
Oh, that's
Girl.
right. She did.
That's how you know you level up. But
Joey Fatone from NSYNC got married here.
The weddings here start at $100K.
Oh, I can't imagine.
Start.
Yeah.
Baseline.
Yeah. Well, because it's worth it.
Yeah. But let me tell you, if you don't have that, okay, you can still come to Oheka Castle and enjoy yourself. So especially on weeknights, they have really cool things like trivia night. You can come to the restaurant and you can just come and experience it. Sign up for trivia night. There's a garden party by Friends of Oheka. There are some great events. So we'll post them, but you can also go to the website because you can come and experience it even if you don't have $1 million.
Right.
You know?
And like they don't just do weddings, they do bar and bat mitzvahs, sweet 16s, corporate events and things like that. But the bar and restaurant is called OHK. I think that's so cool.
It's really great. And we send a lot of people to the restaurant here because it's wonderful. You can come for lunch.
Yeah.
I mean, there's brunch.
Yeah.
You don't have to, I mean, we're talking about how lavish and beautiful it is to stay here and immerse yourself. And it can be as lavish or, as
casual,
attainable as you want it to be. So we love our friends at Oheka Castle. But I did want to say there are some other Long Island events going on. And we had a great podcast meeting today. about like the Bellport Inn. There's a spring fling coming up on Friday, May 19th. And oh my God, dance the night away at the Claudio's season opener on Friday, the 19th.
Wish, right? Like, I want to go to that so bad.
And there's jazz night at Pindar Vineyards. You can do both at the same time.
Right.
Because they're like right by each other.
Yeah,
you go to jazz night
far.
and then like, then go to dance. Then you'll be ready to dance the night away.
It's so cute.
There's
Grand Slam Friday at the Long Island Ducks.
We love the Long Island Ducks. And
so cute. My school district is like purchasing tickets, and they're doing like all the moving up, like 5th grade, 8th grade seniors will be called out onto the field. So Braden's a 5th grader this year. He's moving up this year. So he's going to be on June 10th. We're going to the Long Island Ducks game, and they're having like Bayshore School District night. So cute.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. You know, we have tickets. You should, whatever our tickets are.
Even like to go on any random night, a Ducks game is so fun with the kids, like the little kids.
It's
like,
a great event for families. But just, you know, at Long Island team, we're big sponsors of Long Island Ducks. Yeah. So I think we have tickets. We're going to be doing giveaways and stuff too.
So cool.
And we have actually upcoming, I think July or August, we'll find the date out, but we have a big Discover Long Island night at the Ducks where we're giving away T-shirts and everything. The whole night is sponsored by us.
I love it.
Like, we love the Long Island Ducks, and we are big partners of theirs. So
cool.
Yeah.
So Saturday the 20th, there's a ton of stuff going on at the Halleckville Museum Farm Fleece and Fiber Festival. I wonder what that is. Like, where you're shaving the sheep. I wonder what that is.
What?
Right? What could that be? Fleece and Fiber Festival. I don't know.
I don't.
You're like, what are you
You're
talking
just
about?
making that up. That we're shaving.
Fact check that.
You don't even know that, right?
Nope.
Oh my God, that would be awesome,
right?
That would be crazy.
I think that's what it might. I don't know.
Did you know it's the 100th anniversary of the Patchogue Theater?
No.
Yeah, and they're having a Louis Prima Jr. and the witnesses there. CradleCon is coming
Cradle
up.
of Aviation and
CradleCon,
Garden City. Yeah,
also,
that's awesome.
their like video games are the best ever.
Pac-Man, right? That's what you love there.
Donkey Kong.
Cheering demonstrations. That's
Demonstrations,
right.
but you can't do it.
Would you ever want to do that?
Yeah.
Oh, girl.
I say that, but then no.
Then you get there and you're like,
maybe not.
Whiskey Festival at Deer Park Tanger Outlets. That's so cool.
There's so much coming up. The Vanderbilt Museum has the complete works of William Shakespeare coming up
on the 21st. And then also the Art Crawl downtown Bayshore has been rescheduled to this the 21st of May, which is awesome. Glen Cove Mansion Bridal Showcase. I think that's like incredibly attended at the Glen Cove Mansion.
Oh my God.
You know,
Bridal. The
bridal showcases.
Long Island is such a destination wedding place that it's crazy. Like, the amount of weddings we do here is insane. I never knew people were so into weddings until I moved here.
It's
Remember,
a New
I was
York
like,
thing. I think
it's a Long Island thing.
Maybe they actually have like a show like the My Sweet 16, right?
Yeah,
because that's another thing. Like
that's
like a wedding
here. I mean, I don't know. Most people get married in like their backyard in Arizona, and I was like. My best friend, I saw Jay when I was in town.
Yeah.
I love her so much. And, you know, you have your best friend that you don't talk to for a long time.
Right.
And then you're like, she just gets you. And we were looking, there was a friend of ours that got married in their backyard. And we were looking at the picture. And she's like, and they just rented some Airbnb and got married. And I said it out loud to my family, but I didn't say it like in a text. And then Jay was like, what's with the power lines?
Oh.
In the pictures. I'm like, right? You know, thank you for getting me. No, but that doesn't happen on Long Island weddings.
No.
Like, Long Island weddings do it. Like, you're not getting married in some backyard with power lines. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a real deal. Like, people take it seriously. Real quick, coming soon, Parish Art Museum is going to be on Long Island TV for their 125th anniversary.
I can't believe that. 125 years. That's awesome.
That's crazy.
That is crazy. But if you've gone to the Parish Art Museum, it's beautiful. It's like set back from the road a little bit.
One thing I wanted to tell you about Long Island life. First of all, where was I yesterday? I was driving around somewhere. Where was I, Sharon? And I had a meeting. Oh, I was at the Diversity Forum with Mohinder.
Oh, yes.
And I got an award. Not I, but Discover Long Island, got an award. And I had the privilege of accepting it for our efforts in diversity.
Did you know that? Did you know?
I don't think. No. I didn't know it was an award, which is typical
surprise.
Of Indian culture. Like, we go there and they're like, get on the stage. There's an award. We're going to honor you. Yeah. It's so wonderful and gracious. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
everywhere Yes, it's a very gracious culture. So I got there and I was like, oh, I didn't realize I was getting an award. But we got an award for our efforts in diversity and our, multicultural promotion of the destination, which was so amazing. And then afterwards, I went to my second favorite next to Sexy Salad is Chopped.
Where was it? Because you were like,
okay, so Woodbury.
Okay.
Oh, so it was Milridgen was our diversity forum, and then I went right to Woodbury, and I was like, you know what I love about Long Island? I love Woodbury Plaza.
Yes,
I feel like there should be a Woodbury Plaza in every town/village.
There kind of is.
Nope.
No,
not like this. I love that there's a Chopped, there's a Soul Cycle, there's like a Laser Away, there's a Dirty Taco, there's like
so much.
There's like literally everything you would need about Long Island.
Right.
There's
It's
like
so
a Club
funny.
Pilates and a dry bar.
Oh,
all in one
place. They're
little
like, "Let me go
area."
to-"
I was like, I feel so home here
That's
in this
awesome.
one
little
block.
plaza. That's so funny. That's my dream. Like whenever I win the lottery, I want to open up a chopped salad place. I don't feel like there's enough
It's not.
like
There's
chopped
not.
salad places.
I think they're so expensive to do though, because to do it right, you have to have the fresh ingredients.
Yeah, exactly.
And you got to chop it just right. It's just like, I love it. I would love to, there should be a dry bar on every corner.
Every corner. Yeah. I
For
feel like it's building
blowouts.
up.
I
Yeah.
love Woodbury Plaza. And I was like, this should be everywhere. I love Woodbury. This is what I love about Long Island though. You go to these different little pockets and there's such gems
Oh yeah. That's why I was like,
everywhere.
I feel like there is kind of like a semi Woodbury Plaza in every little
Yeah,
village.
a little
you know?
bit. Yeah, a little bit. But, that's what makes it beautiful is that they're all different.
Right.
You don't have the same places.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's what makes it great. So that, and then also what else was I going to tell you? Oh, I was going to tell you this. I read in the paper today, a little bit different area for us, but did you hear that the founder of Roblox, you guys know Roblox?
Yeah.
The founder of Roblox, David Baszucki, just funded $6.2 million neuroscience tool and software program at Stony Brook University.
What?
This is what people don't understand about Long Island. Is that there's like major
Medical
innovation and things happening here on the daily
Oh my gosh.
at
that's
all of the
crazy.
universities as well as the labs that go here. I'm like, just, the founder of Roblox.
Right. Is like building
He's
this.
like, we're going to do a neuroscience software program
Unbelievable.
at Stony Brook. Like, just cuz.
Huh.
Because I just, that's what makes, when I was back in Arizona, I was talking about it and somebody said, why did you move to New York? Like, what is so great about New York? And I'm like, let me tell you a story. So here's the perfect story. I'm at the Country Corner, okay, on
My
a
favorite bar.
random Saturday. And we're talking about our kids. And there's a guy at the bar, like a barfly, kind of looks sketch. You never know.
You never know what you're
And
gonna
he's
get.
like, oh, I've been there for you guys. And my kids are grown, but I've been there. And we're like, oh, what do you do now? He goes, I'm quasi-retired. I'm still consultant. But I'm still consultant for Brookhaven National Labs. And we're like, oh, what do you mean? What do you do? He goes, well, at the very end of the needle for vaccines, like the COVID-19 vaccine, for example, there's a screen that, dilutes any kind of particles. And I patented that. Like I
What?
designed it and patented it. And so, they still need me. So I consult with them and I do. I'm like, what?
And it's probably every needle.
This is
like,
just
think about,
at
right?
the Country Corner. The amount of brilliance and incredible people that are literally leading the nation in innovation and just technology and science that live in our community.
Yes, yeah.
And just they're just your neighbor.
Yeah, hanging out at the local bar. That's
I'm like,
unbelievable.
It's just you just don't find that in other places.
You don't. You really don't.
You can go to the Carolinas.
It's so funny. Like,
yeah, but you're not going to get that.
Dan and I, before pre-kids, I shouldn't say before pre-kids, we would go to vacation and we would pretend that we were other people, like at the bar.
Oh my God, you guys are those people.
Yeah.
What
We
movie
had
was like,
so much fun.
whoa, this has happened?
We would like pretend. So we would pretend we were in Florida one time.
Chris is dying.
And you remember when the aluminum cans for beer came out?
Yes.
So we you'd get like the 24-ounce aluminum bottles.
Okay. Oh, the bottles.
Yeah, sorry,
Yeah.
I said cans.
I was
the
like,
bottle.
but cans were a long time ago.
Yeah, no,
Okay,
aluminum bottles when they first
I do remember
came out.
that.
So I'm dating myself, but we were at the bar and we pretended that we worked for that company, and we were testing the bottles. And so like I was like Teresa from Tampa, and he was Steve from like I don't know, where's Anheuser-Busch located?
Kansas City, I think.
City. Yeah. So we like did a little bit of research. This is fun. We sat at the bar and we drank for free the entire night. Because we're like, this one's not cold enough to chug it. We had such a good time.
Okay. I have a lot to say about that,
Yeah,
Sharon.
we've done it a couple times.
But you know what? Listen, this is why your marriage is so successful.
Right.
And happy
Have a good time.
birthday to
Happy
Dan,
birthday,
by the
Dan.
way. Cheers to Dan.
Yeah.
Happy birthday. And I love, you got to keep it spicy.
You do.
You know?
do.
I didn't do that, but I will tell you when we would go to Vegas all the time, because when you live in Phoenix, Vegas is a 45-minute flight, and on Southwest it's like $49.
Right. So cool.
And so people would go there all the time, and you don't ever want to really talk about yourself in Vegas because
Right.
What happens in
You're
Vegas
close.
stays in
Yeah.
Vegas. And so you always had your Vegas name and profession,
right, yeah.
and my Vegas name was Brooke.
Oh, you look like a Brooke. I can
Really?
see it.
And
yeah.
I was a hairstylist because there's no questions after that.
Right. Everybody's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Here's your hair.
Like no one, yeah. Especially for men. There's
Right.
no questions.
Right.
After
So
I'm a
funny.
hairstylist, like, cool. Because if you say, tourism, everyone's like, you know what you should do.
Yeah. You know what you need
Or,
to do?
or anything else. Like I'm a nurse. Oh, what do you do? God forbid you say you're a lobbyist and people get scared.
Right. Right.
But no, I was like, I'm a hairstylist. I'm like, oh, cool.
yeah. Yeah. That's awesome.
Immediately conversation ender.
So funny.
Which is what you're going for. You know what I mean? But I love that about
Yeah,
you and
that's
Dan.
fun. That's a little secret.
That's really cool. I love that's some serious tea.
Yeah. That is
I
like
love it.
serious tea.
Before we end up some celebrity,
yes.
I have some thoughts this week on celebrity.
Spill it.
Robert De Niro
79.
having his 7th baby.
I can't.
And I'm like, my thoughts are there's so much emphasis on regulating women's productive rights.
Right. Right.
Don't even get me started after a glass of Del Vino on this subject.
I know.
Because
but 79 years old.
why can you regulate
baby?
women's reproductive rights, but you can have a baby at 79? No one sees there's no regulation on that.
What was the baby mama? How old is she?
It takes two. It takes two.
Right.
Understood.
How old is she?
I don't know, but that's
But she's like cha-ching Robert De Niro's baby.
gross.
Right. Gross.
Like there should be a limit. I mean, when we become president, we should be the first duo presidential ticket.
Oh,
Michael,
it's happening.
Do you think that Sharon and I should run for president? I mean, how bad could it be? No, I mean,
He said we won't win. That's what he said.
I'll vote for you.
You think we wouldn't win?
I don't think a woman will win.
You don't think? I mean, it's Trump and Biden. If we ran on the independent ticket,
I'll vote.
I'm saying this. I just launched a new PR campaign.
Shoot.
And that is why you are running for president.
Oh my God. I tell you all the time, you should. You should
we
run
should.
locally.
No, absolutely not.
I think you should.
Yes.
Done.
President, and I'm going to change it from VP to co-president. Because
love
you know
it.
what I mean? It's not a VP, it's a co-president.
Yeah.
And we'll just that way
Take
it's
over the
like
world.
tag team. All right, on that note, we should probably just cease this.
Cease and desist.
Like, why don't you DM us and tell us if we should run for president and co-president? And
Please.
we're going to run on the independent ticket.
And I
So
think you should call and
Call
dial
and
extension 400.
call
and
and
we'll
tell
play
us.
we'll play it on the air.
All right, we love you guys. We'll see you next week.
See you next week.
The Long Island Tea Podcast is brought to you by Discover Long Island. For exclusive access to contests and promotions, follow Long Island Tea Podcast on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And for questions, comments, and collaborative inquiries, email spillthetea@discoverlongisland.com.